156-pound weight class novice, fighting out of the red corner from Flint, Mike Suski. In the blue corner, fighting out of Manistee, Marlon Holt.
To say this guy's a tough opponent would be an understatement. This guy was tough as hell, boy. He was a fighter. He should have stuck with it. He could have been world champ. He had the perfect build. Long arms, strong. Right there, he just caught me a couple big shots. Right there, another one. We go at it the whole fight just like this. Toe to toe. Just punching. This is edited to, shorten the fight up, but the whole fight was like this. I mean, we just go at it. And he's still firing back. Years later, when I fought out of Detroit, they would still talk about this fight. They were saying it's one of the best fights of the tournament. It's a big.
156-pound weight class novice, fighting out of the red corner from Flint, Mike Suski. In the blue corner, fighting out of Manistee, Marlon Holt.
To say this guy's a tough opponent would be an understatement. This guy was tough as hell, boy. He was a fighter. He should have stuck with it. He could have been world champ. He had the perfect build. Long arms, strong. Right there, he just caught me a couple big shots. Right there, another one. We go at it the whole fight just like this. Toe to toe. Just punching. This is edited to, shorten the fight up, but the whole fight was like this. I mean, we just go at it. And he's still firing back. Years later, when I fought out of Detroit, they would still talk about this fight. They were saying it's one of the best fights of the tournament. It's a big.
So now I have a lot of success early in my boxing career. Started my freshman year in high school. And previously, when I went to the Junior Olympic Nationals, I was on the front page of the local sports. And that put a huge target on my back. All them guys up in high school, all the big jocks and stuff were just salivating to kick my ass, And, I was real cocky to begin with. And I'm sure I rubbed them wrong. So I go to high school, freshman year, and I was getting jabs left and right from them older kids were always giving me static. So one day at lunch, some Jeff Wilson steps up on me. He's a big time wrestler, built like a gorilla, had a neck like a tree trunk. Started giving me some static. So I told him to go fuck himself, and we had some words, and then we got separated. Our school was my freshman class was really huge. Our school was overbooked. So half the freshman class, a lot of them would have to spend half the day at the high school and then take a bus back over to the junior high, which is maybe a mile down the road, and finish the rest of the day up there. So I go to lunch, and I'm walking out to the bus, and it's snowing out, and Jeff Wilson's throwing snowballs, and he's throwing them at me on purpose as I'm going to get on the bus. And so I start jawing at him, and so anyways, he goes and tells the whole school he's going to kick my ass the next day at sea lunch. And so next day, I get done eating my lunch, and it was like 3 o'clock high, just people everywhere, capacity. And I go to get on the bus, and he's out there waiting for me. He just starts jawing at me right off the bat. And the principal was kind of clueless at this point. He was at the end of his career. He's just riding his time out. He really didn't he didn't care about nothing. Kind of clueless old man. And he was out there. So Jeff comes up. I go to get on the bus, and Jeff steps up on me, starts running his mouth. So he gets in my face and pushes me. At this point, like I said, the guy's built like a gorilla. I'm like, at that time, I got in shape boxing, so I was like 155 pounds, skinny as hell. And Jeff was close to 200-pound guy, maybe 185. And so he pushes me, and he starts jawing at me, pushes me again, and I rock back like this, and everybody afterwards said that everybody thought he was going to walk away, turn around and walk away. So I leaned back like this, shot a right hand on him, right down the pike, dropped him. He went staggering. Well, he didn't even stagger back. He just went flying back, landed on his butt. And he wasn't all cold, but he didn't know where the hell he was. He was just sitting there like this. And then I took a couple of steps. I was going to kick him in the face. And that's when I believe it was Jeff Spangler jumped off. There's bleachers, there's a big bench, and people are just everywhere. And he jumped off that bench and jumped on my back, and then all hell broke loose. So it turned into a big scrum. A lot of my football buddies and that got in there, and it was a big pushing match, and people just started coming in everywhere. And so I took Spangler and I threw him down, and then by that time, Wilson had got up, and then me and him started going at it again. I was just running everything off. I was clipping him with a bunch of shots, and I was totally focused in on him. And the principal, I guess, got between us to try to break us up. I didn't even know it. And I hit the principal, and I clipped him a good shot, and he goes flying back. That's what I was told him. I don't even remember it. That's what I was told. So then I clipped at Jeff a few more shots, and he staggered back. He almost fell again, and then he took off. So then, we got in a scrum. So I had a sweater on like this, and he ripped it right off. So it's got snowbanks, and I'm bare chested out there. So I run back, got my bag. I had a coat, put my coat on, jumped on a bus real quick, and went back to junior high before anybody knew what was going on. So they sent a counselor over from the high school to come get me, and he's chewing me out. They thought I broke the guy's face, blah, blah, blah. They think you're going to get sued. And they take me back to the high school, and they read me the riot act. And so then the dude, Jeff, comes by, and he had a big ice bag, and I'm down in the office where the glass windows are in the office, in the front of the office by the counter. And I'm sitting there waiting to get kicked out of school. And he comes by with a bag of ice on, and he's jawing at me, and I went ballistic on him. That day, after that day, I just knew I could kick anybody's ass. I was scared shitless, but when push come to shove, I stepped up and did what I had to. And then, bravado was on after that. So I told him I was going to beat his ass again, blah, blah, blah. And he got scared after that. He come by, like he was going to intimidate me. I went off, man. The secretaries in there thought I was nuts, cussing him out. And that prick wouldn't look at me after that. He never looked at me again.